Thank you for being here today to come hear a story. Your Sunday school teachers have missed having you in the circle on Sunday mornings, but I know that you're in the circle here with me right now. So first, what we need to do is look at our circle of the church year and see where we are. Last Sunday was the mystery of Easter. And Easter is such a great mystery, you can't keep it in just one Sunday. It keeps going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more weeks, all the way to Pentecost. So, watch where I go to find the story for today. There are lots of ways to come close to the mystery of Easter. Some things we do inside the church, and some things we do outside of church. One of the things we do outside of church is to make Easter eggs. But some people have forgotten how to make real Easter eggs, and some people might not even know the story. So let's hear that story today. There was once an old man and an old woman who lived just outside the walls of Jerusalem. They had everything they needed. They had a cow to give them milk. They had a garden to give them vegetables. They had trees to give them apples and figs and dates. They had chickens to give them eggs. Every morning, the old man would go out to the hen house and say to the hens, "Good morning, may I please have some of your eggs?" And they gladly gave him their eggs. There were plenty. And sometimes there were so many, the old man would take the ones they did not eat into the city to sell. One day, the old man went with a basket full of eggs and took them into the city of Jerusalem. They were covered with a white cloth, and he carried them in through the high gate. He started down one of the small stone streets, and when he got closer to one of the wider streets, he could see a large crowd of people. But the people were strangely quiet. The old man pushed his way through the crowd with his basket of eggs to see what was happening. The Roman soldiers were taking 3 people through the city to crucify them outside of the walls. The 3 people were carrying the crosses that they were going to be nailed to. Suddenly, one of the men stumbled and almost fell while the old man was watching. And he just couldn't help it. The old man stepped out, away from the crowd, and caught the large wooden beam. Then he helped the man carry the heavy cross all the way outside of the city. The old man stayed there all afternoon. Even when the sky grew dark and it began to rain, he stayed there. He was watching the mother and the others who were there, and they were watching the man on the cross in the middle. Finally, the man on the cross died. They took him down and carried him away to put him in a stone tomb. The old man did not follow. He turned and headed back toward the city. And as he went in through the sad gate, he remembered his eggs. Where could they be? He hurried back through the streets, and suddenly he remembered he had put the basket down when he had stopped to help. There was no way the eggs would still be there. People were too hungry, and eggs were precious, even for people who were not hungry. He turned the corner back to where he had put down the basket, and he couldn't believe it. It was there. But surely the eggs would not still be there. He hurried over to the basket, and he looked down and saw the white cloth. And when he reached under, the eggs were still inside. He pulled one out and couldn't believe it. The egg looked like a jewel. He pulled back the cloth, and all of the eggs were covered with beautiful colors and designs. The eggs were trying to say, with lines and colors, what had happened that day. The old man told people this story, and people began to color their own eggs at Easter time. We still do it now to this very day, and now you know why. There's so many different ways to make these Easter eggs. So many different colors, and they all mean different things. You can put different lines on the eggs, just like they did on the ones in the story. There could be plants or animals or the sun. Sometimes people just like to draw designs in different colors. And here you see a butterfly. Sometimes people spend a lot of time making their eggs, and there are all kinds of colors and designs on them. Here's one with those plants, and one with a bird. You might choose for your work today to make your own Easter eggs. And you could use any colors that you like and any designs that you want. I don't know what your eggs will look like. Only you know that. And it'll be just as unique as you are. And then you can wonder a little bit. I wonder which design or which color do you like the best? I wonder which one is the most important. And I wonder which one is especially about you.